Okay mga kababayan, magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Ito po yung nangyaring hearing dyan sa Kongreso tungkol nga dito sa budget ni OVP, Vice President Sara Duterte. Ito pong si Marcolita mga kababayan ay tinatangka po niya na pigilan or mas magandang sabihin na inuutosan niya yung mga membro ng committee na yan na to para hindi na magtanong, hindi na tanungin yung mga confidential funds ni VP Sara Duterte mga kababayan. Kaya nangyari po dito mga kababayan, tinanggal po ito si Marcolita na maging membro ng komite. Hindi po umubra mga kababayan si Marcolita dito. Bigong-bigo po siya. Umiyak po siyang luhaan. Ito, pakinggan po natin mga kababayan.
Honorable Marcolita is now recognized for his interpellation.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, sasamantalahin ko na po ang presence po ng mga kinatawan ng Commission on Audit. Gusto ko po sanang itanong mula sa kanila, ano-ano pong mga opisina ng ating pamahalaan o ahensya ang pinagkakalooban po ng intelligence and confidential funds?
Attorney Camora, please respond.
Confidential funds are given to NGAs, to LGUs, and some GOCCs po.
You can elaborate, Madam Representative, sino po sa mga LGUs ang binibigyan po ng intelligence and confidential funds?
Sa LGUs po, depende po sa LGU, sa POP po nila, Mr. Chair.
Hindi po ba yung mga opisina ng mayor ay nakakatanggap ng intelligence and confidential funds?
As long as it is part of their budget, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair.
Kaya nga po tinatanong ko sa inyo, kayo po nakakaalam kasi kung sino-sino sa kanila. Karaniwan po yung opisina ng mayor, nakatatanggap po, maaaring hindi lahat, ngunit nakatatanggap po basically yung opisina ng mayor. Tama po?
According to the joint circular po, LGUs whose peace and order is a priority concern, sila po usually yung nag-allocate ng confidential funds.
Kaya nga po, base po sa record ninyo, may mga mayors po, opisina ng mayor na nakatatanggap ng confidential and intelligence funds. Kasi po kayo ang nag-o-audit eh.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Para hindi na tayo magtagal, ganun lang kasi pati po opisina ng gobernador nakakatanggap din po ng ganong klaseng pondo, hindi po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yun pong PNP nakakatanggap po.
Intelligence fund po sa PNP.
Yung AFP nakakatanggap po.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Ang opisina po ng ating Pangulo ay nakakatanggap po ng intelligence funds.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ngayon po sa mga karamihan po ng opisina ng mayor at opisina ng gobernador at alimpang mga LGUs na maaaring makatanggap nito, depende sa kanilang pangangailangan. Yung AFP at saka yung ating kapulisan at ang ating opisina po ng ating Panguluhan, masasabi po ba ninyo na merong na-issuean po ng notice or notices of disallowance sa napakaraming opisina na tumatanggap ng ganitong pondo?
Mr. Chair, pagka meron naman pong mga ibang agencies na
kaya nga po gusto ko pong malaman, halimbawa 2022 at saka 2023, ballpark figures lang po, ilan po sa mga official sa mga opisina ng mayor na nakatanggap ng confidential or intelligence funds ang subjected to notices of disallowance? Ilan po sa opisina ng gobernador? Ganon din po yung tanong. At saka sa iba't ibang mga opisina ba, para malaman lang natin, kahit ballpark figures lang, ilan po yung na-issue nyo na notices of disallowance concerning these types of funds?
Mr. Chair, wala po kaming data on the said information today because we only have data on the OVP po. I cannot give an exact number.
Bakit po? Kasasabi nyo lang na meron din kayong sinubject sa notice of disallowance eh. Bakit po yung opisina lang ng OVP ang meron kayong record?
Yung hawak po namin ngayon, Mr. Chair, since ito po yung subject ng inquiry, we are prepared as to the OVP. Pero as to other
O sige po, ganito na lang. Meron po ba kayong estimated na bilang ng na-issue nyo na kayo po kasi pag intelligence and confidential funds, kayo po yung auditing unit ang nakatoka para tingnan po ang pagkakagasta ng tipo ng fondong ito. Tama po?
Tama po, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Makapagsasabi po ba kayo ng estimated number? Ito po, kinabibilangan ng opisina ng mayor, ng gobernador, ng ISAP, ng kung ano-ano, ng siguro po, maski National Intelligence Security Council, AFP, ang kapulisan. Can you provide us a ballpark number of the notices of disallowance that your office has initially issued?
Mr. Chair, I cannot give you a ballpark figure now since hindi naman po ako involved sa entire ICFAO. So,
wala po bang isa sa inyo na nakaupo ngayon sa aming harapan na makapagbibigay man lang ng estimated number? Napakarami po ng mail.
Ang ginagawa dito ni Marcolita, mga kababayan, ay parang sinisisi niya yung kuwa sa nangyayari. Parang sinisisi niya kasi talagang ginigit-git niya yung kuwa talaga. Ang hindi po niya alam yata ni Marcolita na yung kuwa na yan, sumusunod lang din naman yan. Di ba? Sumusunod lang din naman yan. Kung talagang kuwa ang may gusto niyan na ilabas yung confidential fund yung mga nagamit ng OVP na yan, di sana lahat ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno na mayroon pala confidential funds, hindi sana nilalabas niya na, di ba? Alam naman natin na may mali dyan kung paano ginagamit yung ano na yan, yung confidential funds na yan, di ba? Yung problema dito ay Marcolita, ginigit-git niya ng ginigit-git itong kuha na to. Tuloy natin.
Napakarami po ng gobernador.
Precisely, sir. Kaya sa ibang division, wala po akong...
Pwede ba natin sabihin 100 or 500 notices of disallowance?
I cannot say po, Mr. Chair.
How can you help us? We are supposed to be doing this in aid of legislation. Kaya namin kayo pinatawag para tulungan nyo kami.
Mr. Chair...
Ang sabi po ng jurisprudence, which was quoted by no less than the former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Reynato Puno, quoting various jurisprudence. Kasama na po yung Arnold versus Nazareno. There should be a legislative purpose. That's number one requirement. The number two requirement, there should be pertinency in relation to those legislative purpose. Kaya po tinatanong ko,
1 minute.
Tinatanong ko po ngayon, gaano karami, o sige ganito na lang, marami ba ang na-issue nyo po na notices of disallowance in connection with these types of fund?
Sir, I really cannot give an exact number.
Hindi, sabihin mo lang, marami.
Attorney,
Medyo marami.
Attorney Camora, could you please submit the documents that the Honorable Marcoleta is requesting?
Yes.
Kasi sa ngayon, bago
As
ako
to the
magtapos,
numbers.
Mr. Chair, I want
Yes,
to wind
Mr.
up now.
Yes.
I want
please
to wind up now. Can you at least sabihin mo lang, marami, medyo marami. Pati ba naman yun, hindi mo... Ang dami po nating mayor dito sa buong Pilipinas, ang daming gobernador, pati kapulisan, ISAP, AFP. So sabi mo kanina, marami na cover ng ilan ba?
Madam Chair, kung yung current year, I can answer na konti lang
on
po.
the average noon, yung halimbawa 2020, 2021, 2022, by way of your experience, by way of your former data.
Previous years po, I cannot say since bago lang po ako sa ICFAO. So, we could just provide you po with the documents.
Please wrap up. One last question, Congressman
What about
Marcoleta.
to the other members of the Commission on Audit? Through your experience, let's say in the last 10 years, wala kayong may bibigay? Alam po ninyo kung bakit ko tinatanong ito? Kung marami po kayong na-issue, at alam ko marami talaga, na notices of disallowance, pupuntahin natin dito lahat, hindi lang ang Office of the Vice President at dapat umupo dito. Lahat na po ng inisyuhan nyo ng notices of disallowance must sit here para makagawa po kami ng mas maganda, mas balanse na batas. Kung pag-uusapan po ay ang paggamit nitong intelligence funds. Do you understand, Madam?
Yes, I understand po the question.
So,
However,
the committee is expecting to receive the number as well as the pertinent records pertaining to the issuance of notices of disallowance to the municipal mayors, governors, the PNP, the AFP, and such other agencies who are recipients of intelligence and confidential funds, because later on we will also summon them and sit with us. Thank you, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Marcoleta, you cannot move because you are not a member of this committee.
It's good that you have raised that, Mr. Chair. I am a vice chair of this committee. On September 4, I was surprised because I saw the journal that I was replaced by my comare. The question is, if I am replaced as a vice chair, does that automatically mean that I am removed as a member of this committee? Before you answer that, Mr. Chair, I think I need some legal basis before you answer that.
Yes, your removal from the vice chair, you were removed in a plenary session, House Rules. Now, under Section 28 of the House Rules, it provides that the House shall, upon the recommendation of the Committee on Rules, organize committees, their membership, and jurisdiction. Therefore, your removal as vice chair and member of the House was a plenary action, and therefore, it should be the plenary who should include you as member or as vice chair. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, it was very clear that I was removed as vice chair. I was not removed as a member.
Because you were
There is this distinction between being a member and vice chair. If I
Yes,
was
but-
removed as vice chair,
but your appointment as vice chair, you were not appointed as member. Your appointment was as vice chair. So hindi naman po kayo
Mr.
in-appoint
Chair.
muna as member bago kayo ginawang vice chair. Your immediate appointment was as vice chairman, and therefore your removal as vice chair will remove you as member also. Yun po yun.
Well,
It's a plenary action. The committee has nothing to do with it.
that is your opinion, Mr. Chair, but I am expecting that some kind of a basis should be presented that upon removal of a vice chair, that automatically also removes him as a member of that committee. That's all I am asking, Mr. Chair.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
We have already answered the manifestation or the inquiry of the Honorable Marcoleta. Next to interpolate is
Mr. Chairman,
Honorable.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, with the permission, with the indulgence of Honorable Dionisio, I would like to recognize the Honorable Paduano.
Mr. Chairman, under our rules, there's a motion for a point of order. And this is one of the highest motion that should be ruled by the chairman. So, Mr. Chairman, just a parliamentary procedure. The chairman should recognize the person that moves for a point of order, because that is one of the highest motion that should be recognized by the chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Noted. Noted. Honorable
Mr. Chair,
Honorable Vice Chairman Abante.
with the indulgence of Congressman Junicio, may I be recognized?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes. Within that,
just a point of inquiry. There's a motion for a point of order, and I have stated that is the one of the highest, well, in fact, second highest motion. So the chairman should rule on that point of order that was raised by, I think it's Congressman Valeriano.
My point of order is that the chairman already ruled na he was removed as vice chairman of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountabilities. That's
it was
all.
already answered. It was already ruled, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you po.
Mr. Chair,
With the indulgence of Congressman Junicio, the Chair would like to recognize the Vice Chairman Abante.
Mr. Chair, a while ago, COA has answered the question of Congressman Romy Ako as far as the difference between an intelligence fund and confidential fund. Can you please repeat that? Meron pagkakaiba ang intelligence fund saka ang confidential fund?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Ang Intel Fund po, it is given to uniformed and military personnel and intelligence practitioners. And the purpose is for activities that have direct impact to national security. For confidential fund, they are given to civilian government agencies that are intended to support the mandate or operations of the agency.
Okay, Mr. Chair, therefore, ang intelligence fund, hindi confidential fund.
Yes, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
pero kanina, yung pong question ni Congressman Recoleta, sinasabi niya palagi, confidential fund or intelligence fund. Am I right?
They are separate po.
O therefore, hindi po masyado naintindihan ni Congressman Recoleta yung katanungan niya. Sapagkat kanya pinareho ang confidential fund at ang intelligence fund. Na gusto ko itanong, Mr. Chair, no? Sinabi niya kanina, sinabi mo na mayroong confidential fund ng mga mayors and governors, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Intelligence fund, meron pa silang intelligence fund?
Generally, wala po since hindi naman po sila uniformed personnel.
Okay, malinaw, Mr. Chair, na walang intelligence fund ang mga gobernador at mga mayor. Pero mayroong confidential fund. Yung pa ba? Tama ba ako?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Yung mga vice mayor at vice governor, meron ba intelligence fund o confidential fund? Meron ba silang confidential fund ang vice mayor at vice governor?
Actually, sir, it's per agency po. So, if, for example, ma-designate na SDO ang vice, pwede po siyang mabigyan.
Ano yan? If he is designated as mayor. Correct.
As SDO po. As SDO.
Depend. If the vice mayor is designated as mayor, magkakaroon siya, correct?
As mayor po. As SDO po.
Ano SDO?
Special Disbursing Officer.
Special Disbursing Officer.
Yes.
Kung hindi, wala siyang confidential fund.
Yes.
O therefore, regularly, walang confidential fund ang vice mayor at ang vice governor.
Yes.
Ayan. Katulad din po yan ng Pangulo. Ang Pangulo dapat magkaroon ng confidential fund. Tama po ba ako?
Kung based sa GAA
Opo. Pero ang Vice President, hindi kinakailangan magkaroon ng confidential fund. Am I right?
Not in...
Am I right? Not necessarily correct. Following my question on the line of questioning that I had with the Vice Governor and the Vice Mayor.
Sa NGAs po kasi, sir, what is expressly provided
Oo.
in the GAA. In the GAA po.
Then normally, katulad ng I'm just following the question that I asked, di ba? Sabi mo kanina, yung Vice Governor at yung Vice Mayor, normally, wala yung confidential fund. Correct? Oh.
Yes, Madam. Mr.
Unless
Chair.
otherwise, they've been designated as what?
As SDO, Mr. Chair.
SDO. Okay. Ganon din naman ang Pangulo at ang Vice President. Correct. Oh, kung yung Vice President designated din na ganyan, meron siyang confidential fund. Am I right?
Mr. Chair, what we only know is whoever is given confidential funds in the GAA can use
siguro ang
confidential
DBM
funds.
pwede makasagot niyan. Yusek, pwede mo ba sagutin to?
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Yusek Toledo, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So there is a provision in the GAA kung sino nabigyan po natin ng confidential fund, which is basically na-identify doon sa bawat GAA po natin. For example, for 2023, nabigyan po natin ng ang mga ahensya ng gobyerno ng confidential fund from OP, tapos doon sa Office of the Vice President, mayroon din sa DA, mayroon din sa DepEd, may DNAHO. So, all the way po, may listahan po tayo ng confidential funds na binibigyan natin sa bawat ahensya.
Yung po bang binigay nating confidential funds sa Vice President, is that normal? Is that a normal procedure? Is that a normal procedure or not? O ito lang kahilingan? Kahilingan lang po ito.
There was releases po natin in the previous administration, even Mr. Chair. So I think part of that, at may request po sila, so we provided them.
Kahilingan, request, di ba? But it is normal procedure. Si Vice President Lenny po ba, meron siyang confidential fund? Vice President Lenny Robredo? Nagkaroon ba siya ng confidential fund? O hindi siya humiling?
I'll check, Mr. Chair, of the data we have already for a while.
Yung ibang naging Vice President, for example, like Vice President Cabayan, Noli de Castro, meron po pang confidential fund?
As Mr. Chair, as far as for the Vice President Leonard Bredo, wala pong confidential funds.
Ayan, wala.
Binigay natin.
Vice President de Castro, wala din, di ba?
I think wala rin.
Vice President Doy Laurel, wala rin.
If I, that's too long. Sorry, sir. Oh, yeah?
Hindi pa, bata pa kayo noon.
Wala pa. Yes, Mr. Chair, sorry for that. Pero yes, Mr. Chair, probably from the previous administration lately, as mentioned, si Vice Mayor, President Leonard Bredo, wala pong confidential fund.
Therefore, Yusek Toledo, taga saan po kayo, Toledo?
Sir, I'm from Region 1, North, Region 1 po ako.
Region 1, sa Ilocos.
Pangasinan, sir.
From
Pangasinan, Mr. Chair?
Pangasinan?
Yes, sir.
O, baka mag-anak kayo na misis ko. Toledo ang misis ko taga Pangasinan din.
Congressman Abante.
Hindi, natanong ko lang. Baka mag-anak ko to okay. Teka lang, pero pa akong tanong sandali So therefore, Mr. Chair, it is not a normal procedure for the Vice President to have confidential funds because the previous Vice Presidents did not ask for any confidential fund, Mr. Chair. That is what I'm trying to say. So therefore, this is just a request from the Vice President. And being a very courteous DBM, you have given the Vice President confidential fund because if that is normal procedure and according to law, you should have given already confidential fund to the Vice President now. Di ba? Tama ba ako?
Yes, Mr. Chair, you're right.
Ayun. O gusto ko lang po malaman, Mr. Chair, ng taong bayan natin na hindi po normal procedure na magkaroon ng confidential fund ang Vice President sapagkat yung mga previous na Vice President ay hindi po nagkaroon ng confidential. Ito po'y kahilingan lamang. Kaya ang tanong natin dito, bakit kinakailangan magkaroon ng confidential fund ang Vice Presidente? Tulad po ng tanong ni Congressman Marcoleta, wala nga po siya rito. Yung mayor, yung governor, maaaring okay yon. Pero yung vice mayor at yung vice governor, normally, wala. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat po.
Ayun mga kababayan, Wala na pala si Marcolita, lumayas na kasi tinanggal na po. Tinanggal na po siya sa pagiging membro ng komite. Kaya agad-agad po siya ay nagsabalutan. Mga kababayan. Okay mga kababayan, ngayon lang po natin nalaman yan na yung confidential funds pala yan ay dito lang kay Vice President Sara Duterte nangyari. Anong nangyari? Bakit naman nabigyan ito ng confidential funds noong 2022? Kaya ang pagkakalam natin pagpasok niya sa 2022 bilang Vice Presidente ay binigyan agad siya ng 125 million confidential funds na hindi alam na nawala pala sa rules yan, diba? Tapos naubos yan sa 11 days. Tapos yung 2023 naman mga kababayan ay 500 million yung binigyan na naman sa kanya. Kaya tuloy naisip ko mga kababayan, naisip ng mga kababayan natin, kaya pala nasanay. Kasi lagi palang nabibigyan, yun naman pala, pagdating kay Vice Lene Robredo, sino pa? Noli de Castro, walang confidential funds pala sila mga kababayan. Bakit dito kay Vice Presidente natin, Sara Duterte? Bakit nagkaroon? Kaya tuloy nasanay ng nasanay. Ayan, nung hindi na binibigyan, nag-iiyak na po mga kababayan. Mga kababayan, dapat baguhin na po yan. Kaya nga meron tayong kasabihan, di ba? Dito, yung bagong Pilipinas ngayon. Ibig sabihin, baguhin na. Baguhin na yung mga ganyang patakaran na yan. Dapat alisin na talaga yan sa Vice Presidente, yung confidential funds na yan. Di ba? Yung sa mga men in uniform, natural lang po yan. Intel naman yun, Intel fund naman yun . Hindi naman hindi naman confidential funds, di ba? Kaya sana maayos po yan, no? Pero natawa ko dito ay Marcolita, lumayas na. Tinanggal .